Today, from Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buffalo Bills taking on the Denver Broncos.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Bills Stadium just south of downtown Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is on EA Sports. Taking about 7 yards deep.
All right, let's get it.
This will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Out comes the offense.
Gotta watch out for this guy. He's 97 overall rating. His team's not doing so good, so I don't know what's going on.
Coming out of a junior college, I think he exceeded expectations, and he can move it around a little bit too. A much better athlete than people give him credit for.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
What's up, NY? I see you in the chat. All right, I'll keep you in. I'm going to just fair simulate your games. You should be able to get in the playoffs now that you put them on a good winning run and all that. But that's cool, man. I'm glad you're moving out here to California. It's a good spot to be. It's just expensive to be out here. You got the beaches, the mountains, all that stuff.
A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Devin Singleton. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Man, that's good news, dude. That's like the best thing that could happen.
Should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says,
Good luck to you.
Make a play for me. I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
We'll see if your team makes it to the playoffs. The Eagles and the Chiefs. The Eagles, I got a game with them next with the Giants. I'm still playing as the Giants.
Last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a game.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
For sure, yeah, that's the plan. Get the Madden 22 going with the PS5. I've been trying to buy that PS5, but it's hard to get it at retail. You have to pay extra if you want it right now.
From the gun, it's Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. They'll look to run with Singletary. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get it.
Bro, you got lucky. I heard about that Walmart restock and I missed it.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
For the extra point.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win.
Yeah, last week was a good game for him. Proud of my quarterback. I'll be right back.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yeah, let's go Bucks. Giannis, man, hope he gets that championship. I'm gonna watch the game after this, see what's going on.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense.
Thanks for the heads up. I had a feeling they would win. They were talking about Chris Paul and his injury. That doesn't sound good at all.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 20.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. They'll start on the ground with Moss. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
The ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the
Yeah, I'm gonna miss the game, bro, but it's cool. Thanks for the heads up.
He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. Stopped out behind.
I'll watch the important one, the next one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Allen. This one caught by Davis. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really pulling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he will try, but he can't. He can't escape the end zone. Gordon is taken down, and it's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
56, 90, check 56, come, fight 56, fight 56.
On first down, Allen. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Bills send the punter out. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
First down, he'll drop to throw it. Out quickly to Judy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Broncos are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Jaguars who have the lead in the second quarter. John Barner has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they have the lead in that one as that game's gone to halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Packers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team. Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. And welcome everyone back for number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively.
Now they're going to bury him back at the 11-yard line.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Bills.
So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell me before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Denver.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. We should mention to go along with a great game he had last week. He was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing on first down is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Allen now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
56, Mike, 56.
Allen will try again on second down. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Allen, left side caught by Diggs. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Devin White.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Broncos 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
That's good.
7 yards there at a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Bradley
I
Chubb.
like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Singletary again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11.
Bills 18.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
So the Broncos now down on the scoreboard. 1:50 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So a crucial 2-point conversion there, but that's just part 1 of this 2-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the 2, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a 2-part story. It's a 3- or 4-part story. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Buffalo, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.